Monday night, Chad goes on NLO, confesses he made the whole thing up, makes up a new story, tells that story, says he's going to tell more of that story on MLC the next day.
As soon as he comes up with it.
Yep, he's just got to write it down, and then he'll be able to tell us all about it. And then Rover comes out, and they make fun of him. And so then Chad has to do an emergency live stream. Cardiff is in the middle of this, so I should bring him in on this since he's all over it. Cardiff, congratulations on being featured on the Anthony Cumia show this week, my friend.
Thank you. I've never gotten so many emails from more racist people than I have over the last 2 days. Yes.
Well, that has nothing to do with Anthony, obviously.
No, yeah.
They don't like russet potatoes?
Let's hold off on that. Okay, so this is coming in from Chad's live stream. So now he's got his story straight, and he's going to explain to us that he wasn't lying. It's not a lie. He was exaggerating.
There's a difference between exaggerating a story than lying. Because there's a lot of liars out there. A lot of self-righteous assholes right now. Pretending they're taking the high road. You got the douchebag in Minnesota who lies consistently every day.
Not you, Cardiff.
Oh, okay. Good.
So this guy is unbelievable. He goes on a show the night before, confesses to making up this outrageous lie, and then immediately starts calling other people out for lying. Not good timing, Chad. You want to call people a liar, give it a week. Let some time pass.
And I wanted to advise Chad, if you don't want people to think it's pro wrestling, perhaps don't wear your Roddy Piper t-shirt.
That's a good point too, yes. This is real life. This isn't pro wrestling. And then as soon as he's caught, he's like, this is pro wrestling, guys. This is what I do. Hey, it's pretty great, right? You got to work. We got to shoot. We got it all. We got it all figured out.
You see the sunglasses and the hat backwards, Carl. He's not lying. He's keeping it real.
Dude, I would believe...
Grandmaster Zumock.
I would believe Eliza Blue over Chad Zumock at this point. This guy is the biggest liar on the internet right now. And so he's upset that Rover called him out for lying.
Then some douchebag terrestrial radio guy in Cleveland comes out and jumps in from out of nowhere for no reason. And you feel like you're vindicated. Another liar. A guy who built his whole show on lies. Kitten in a balloon? Pretended to put a kitten in a balloon, have it float away.
You know, that's a radio bet. He's not understanding the difference between lying and radio bets at all. And it's funny that he goes, and Rover decided to jump on this for no reason at all. No, there's a very good reason why he did. It's because he saw the video of you claiming that you got jumped by guys who liked another radio show and went, hey, I remember when Chad did that 8 years ago and claimed he got jumped by guys who were fans of Rover and then accused me of hiring them, of hiring dudes. That's why he talked about it, Chad.
Are you implying there's a connection?
Yes, I think that's why. I don't think it was just like no reason at all. I don't think Rover was sitting around going, how do I get more people talking about Rover's morning glory? Oh, I know. Let's make up shit about Chad Zumock. Let's pretend he's not a good guy and see if anyone buys it. So fucking stupid.
I mean, it worked for Patrick Michaels, right?
Oh, he made a video about this too. Fuck, I didn't even get to that today. Shit, it's too much to get to.
There's a lot.
It's too much going on. Okay, so now Chad's going to explain that he was actually lying for all of us.
Oh.
This wasn't self-serving.
The Jesus method.
This wasn't self-serving at all.
So none of you Johnny-come-latelys, passing judgment, pointing fingers. After I've entertained you all, I brought you quality entertainment. I brought you the drama you want.
He's something else.
Are passing judgment on the Z-Man. You're on the wrong side of history yet again. And I will continue
when the books are written
to win.
You'll continue to win. What?
Comedians, when you go see a stand-up comic, do you think those jokes are 100% factual? Do you think Bert Kreischer's machine is on the up and up?
He's
Carl,
comparing...
I believe the title...
Go ahead.
Sorry, I believe the title of this episode was Winning. Mudshark wins again.
He's trying to spin this into some victory for him. It's insane.
Yeah.
He should have his tail between his legs and apologizing to everyone. And instead he's going, you're welcome that I did that. And I just want to explain something to Chad. I don't know if he's this dumb or if he thinks people watching him are this dumb. Maybe they are. But when a comic comes up with a comedic premise, it ends with something funny.
Yeah.
That's why they do that. Bert Kreischer's The Machine, say about it what you want, he got a movie made out of it, and he's a pretty successful comic from that specific story because it's entertaining and funny. Chad makes up a story that is not entertaining or funny or interesting in any way. It's just a made-up story that's self-serving.
You know what frightens me is how comfortable he seems with this.
Yes.
He's been in this situation so many times, it's just second nature to him.
Yeah. Like, guys, you're upset with me. I did that so that you guys would all have fun with my lies.
Yeah.
Well, no, you didn't, first of all.
But this is his first time doing it with social media. He was able to get away with it before.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got to change
Maybe.
the game up when the internet's involved.
But guys, remember, and before he went on and did this live stream, I should say that the BS show happened with Bob and Shuley, and both of them were going, Jesus Christ, I don't know what to do with this fucking guy. Like, Shuley's got a gig with him coming up in Florida. They're doing a comedy show together, and Shuley's like, I don't know if I could do a show with this guy. You can't believe anything he says. And so, Chad has to explain that they're the assholes.
You all benefited from what I did. How I twisted a story around.
Twisted a story.
You're full of shit, Shuley and Bob Levy. Full of shit. Trying to raise I would never do that to the audience. I would never do that. I don't know how I can recover from that. Get the fuck out of here, you two dolts. Bullshitters.
I was on that episode too.
Cardiff, how is it that Chad is now accusing Shuley and Bob of being the bullshitters? And he's saying that they would do the same thing that he did? That's where he's completely misguided on this. Making up a story like this about violence and pinning it on another podcast you don't like and his sponsor is shit that nobody does. Only Chad does this. That's why it's such a big deal.
I think he's implying that they were all in on it together.
Oh, is that what he was implying?
Yeah, that was lost on
Vaguely.
me.
Is this another narrative?
Because he makes it clear that he didn't tell a single soul, not even Florentine did he tell the truth to.
Oh, his sponsor.
Yeah, he didn't tell anyone the truth, which is proof that he was hoping just to get away with it. It wasn't a bit. It was never meant to be a bit. No. He was just hoping to get away with a lie.
Oh,
he's embarrassed about the truth.
When you watch his first emergency video, there's no getting around that anymore.
Correct.
Yeah.
All right, so this is a longer clip, but now he's going to explain the new story. Okay, this is more detailed than what he told the Nobody Likes Onions guy. Here we go. Bullshit story number 2 from Chadwick.
I'm at the bar. There's only a couple people in the bar and a bigger, drunker guy.
Drunker.
He wasn't drinking.
I know already. He was drunker. I thought he wasn't drinking there, but okay.
And
so he was bullied.
he's like looking over at me, and I'm just drinking and hanging out, having a
Now he
beer.
is drinking. Okay.
And all of a
Good to know.
sudden, he
Already
comes
changed
walking
his
over.
Story.
And I go, hey. He's like, you a comedian? And I'm like, yeah, I am. He's like, say something funny. And that's like the worst thing you could say to a comedian. Like, say something funny. It's
Especially
like, it's
this
the
one.
worst.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
He's got
I'm off
nothing
the
for that.
clock.
Hey, you're a comedian. Tell me a joke. Ah, shit. It's not prepared for this conversation.
And I thought he went into the bar to just pick up some food and walk out. Now he's all of a sudden sitting down. He's having drinks and shit.
Oh, yeah. So the story changed to his friend Nikki, who's recently divorced, texted him while he was on his walk. Hey, you want to meet me for a drink? And it was at the bar down the street from his house. So he's like, sure. So then he met up with Nikki, and then they're sitting there minding their own business. This guy comes over and does you a comedian? Tell me a joke, funny man. Which has never happened in the history of the world. Everything with this guy is a fucking shitty movie script.
Yeah.
Sorry, dude. He's
Is
like,
the
"Come on,
food
be
truck
funny if
still
you're a
around
comedian."
at
I'm
this
like,
point, or is the food truck already gone?
He hasn't introduced the food truck yet.
Oh, okay. So we're pre-food truck.
Yeah, some free food truck at this point.
I'm not working. It's not happening. I'm not doing a joke right now. It's not going to work.
Even when he is working, you're not going to.
He's like, oh, come on, man. Do something. I'll buy you a drink. I was like, I don't want a drink. I'm good. I'm just catching up with a friend.
I'll take the cash.
We're cool. And he's just hanging out. He's like, come on, be funny. Be funny. If you're funny, you're going to be funny. I'm like, no, it's cool.
It's a lot of
and
details.
right there, I realized he's not going away anytime soon. So I'm like, I'm going to the bathroom to get away. And I gave Nikki like a look like, I got to get the fuck out of here. Go take a piss.
If I was telling this story, I would include details like the look that I gave to the person. This is way too detailed. This is a lie.
I'm back. He's back at his table. So we're hanging out. She says, you know, I'm going to get going. I'm like, cool.
Okay.
And all of a sudden, she leaves. I close out the tab.
All of a sudden.
And I said, I got to get some food to go. There's like a little food truck inside the patio of the bar.
All right. So now the only person who could have witnessed this and could have told the world that Chad's not lying has now left. Mm-hmm. He's lost his eyewitness. His only eyewitness is now gone. That sucks. What a coincidence, huh?
But as she left, she gave me a look, and I will never forget that look.
Some food to go. There's like a little food truck with inside the patio of the bar. I'm gonna grab some food, take it home.
I just want to point this out. We'll get more into this because they kind of uncover some of these lies on MLC. But Tuesday night, we know the time has to be after midnight at this point because he's going for his walk at 11:30. Brought that up multiple times. So it's Tuesday night. The bar is dead, and he's going to grab food to go. Okay. The kitchen staff hasn't left. They haven't cleaned up and left.
Well, it's a food truck.
They're just waiting.
I don't know. I heard food truck.
He left the bar to go to a food truck.
Well, the food truck was in the bar, he said.
It was outside the bar.
But inside the bar area, like there's like a patio area. Yeah.
Yeah, it was near, I guess it was parked beside the patio.
Yeah.
Paint me a picture, somebody.
Yeah. Food trucks are very often open in the suburbs at 12:30 in the morning on a Tuesday because that's when a rush might come through. You never know.
Order the food, and they said it's going to be like 10 minutes. So I said, okay, they're in the bar. I'm going to go outside, like right out in front of the side of the bar. And just like check text messages, just wait. So I don't run into the guy, I don't talk to the guy. You know, he was annoying. He's annoying. I'm like, I'm already annoyed by this guy. I don't want to talk to this guy. Hanging outside, he comes out with this girl and another dude. And they're smoking. They're inside smoking cigarettes. And I'm just kind of keeping to myself. And he's like, that's the comedian right there. He points to his buddy or his girl. He's like, that's the comedian. I'm like, hey, what's up? They're like, yeah, man. I told him to say something funny. You're not saying anything funny. Something like along the lines of that. I was like, I'm not working, guy. And I'm getting annoyed.
This conversation again. Imagine that. He's having the same conversation with this guy again. Now outside the bar. That happened inside the bar. All right. So now we're going to find out why this guy knows who Chad even is. Because the vast, vast majority of people in the world have no idea who Chad is. But why does this guy know him?
Yeah. He goes, I didn't think you were funny. You're never funny on Cumia. So I go, here we go. That's what it is. That's how he knows me. I didn't know what he knew. I wasn't funny on Cumia. And I go, yeah, I haven't been in studio in a long time. He's like, yeah, but when you call in, you're not funny. And I'm like, I don't know what to tell you. I'm not a big Cumia fan. I don't know what to say. And then he says, well, be funny now. Prove it to me. I'm like, I'm not proving any. I'm getting like annoyed. I was like, just leave me alone, dude. I'm just getting my food. I'm going to leave.
This never happened.
You shouldn't have to remember the truth.
This back and forth just goes on forever. Yeah, but I don't think you're funny. No, I know. I don't want to be funny. Yeah, but be funny. No, I don't want to be funny. You're not funny. This would not happen like this. It doesn't make any fucking sense.
If he's calling into the Cumia show, like, he's not doing it. It's I've never watched it, but I'm assuming it's not like StreamYard where it's a video call. You see him. He's actually calling into the show.
Correct. Yes,
this
a phone
guy
call.
wouldn't recognize Chad's face to be like, oh, yeah, you're that guy on Cumia. He would hear him.
Correct. It doesn't make any sense. He hasn't been in the studio with Anthony Cumia in years. So this guy wouldn't be like, hey, I remember you from 2018. I think it was August when you were on the show. I was like, none of it makes any fucking sense.
I recognize that voice anywhere.
You're right. All right. So obviously things are getting heated here. If there was a way to be a hack with lying, this guy is a hack. These are the worst lies anyone could possibly concoct. He had a week to come up with this. This is what he came up with.
You would think with the amount of shows that he's gone on to talk about all this stuff, he might listen back to what he says. Something, okay, just to keep the lie like in place. Oh yeah, I said that, so I might as well mention that the next time I talk about it.
Put down some bullet notes or bullet points or something so that you don't stumble so much.
Just write it behind your computer like fucking affirmations to just keep yourself in track of what's going on.
All right, so now he's going to explain the altercation that went down.
I go, you heard what I said. and he pushes me. And as he pushes me, I spit towards him. It didn't hit him. I spit towards him.
That's a bitch move.
Dude, you
And from
deserve
there,
Yeah.
That's a real bitch move. Someone pushes you and you spit on them?
Yeah, that doesn't usually end a fight.
No.
You're lucky you just got a fucking black guy if that's all you did.
Yeah.
But wait, there might be a second spitter.
It might be.
Grass you know I'm not aware of?
it didn't hit him. I spit towards him. And from there, bam.
Boom.
Bam. To the right eye. Bam.
Say it again.
I fell to the ground, right side of a dirt spot with oil.
Oh, the dirt, the oil.
Okay.
It hurt
It hurt.
It's all coming
a
together
lot.
now.
I'm in shock.
I don't know about that. It doesn't seem shocking.
Yeah, I know.
And then he starts walking away, and there's like an oil can or some oil thing or whatever.
What?
I picked it up and I chucked it towards him.
Huh?
It hits the fence.
He's laughing right there. He almost
turns
giggled
around,
for a
starts
second.
You're
walking
right. He's not
towards
even
me.
buying his own bullshit.
I make
It's like, wait, there's like a can of oil or something? Oh, yeah.
Watch his lip. Look, right?
Yeah, look at this again. Even Chad's realizing this is so stupid.
It up and I chucked it towards him. It hits the
Right there.
fence.
You know, by the way, Cardiff, something I'm picking up on here, this is the second time I watched this. When someone concocts a story and they make it up, all the characters are as dumb as the person who made up the story.
Yeah.
So that's why, like, all the characters in the show are like, this guy who's just like, I don't like you on Cumia. Get over here, boy. You know, it's just like, this would never fucking happen.
Right. So,
Are you saying if you only spoke English, you wouldn't write a screenplay in French?
Correct. Yes.
Yes. Okay. It's going to be in his language.
Yes.
Fence. He turns around, starts walking towards me. I make a beeline to my place, which was a half mile away.
Okay, so I want to point something out here, because if this were possibly true, we should be able to find the guy who punched Chad, because he's A, left-handed. There's only 10% of the world that's left-handed, so that narrows it down right there. And be a Cumia fan living in Tampa. Yeah. We should be able to find this guy pretty quickly.
maybe
I'll
he'll
call
into
Nagel.
Cumia.
Nagel has the subscription records.
Yes, let's find him. Nagel's going to know who this is.
Yes.
We'll get the IP address. Get right to the bottom of it. Someone called Anthony's show yesterday claiming to be the guy who punched Chad. I think that was a joke, all right? I didn't hear that, but I just heard about it.
He'll be on my show this weekend.
Okay, cool. I mean, I put it out on Twitter. I'll pay a couple $100 if someone who actually punched Chad Zumock wants to call into the show. I will give you a couple $100 to call in. I'd love to talk
Tons of
to
people claiming responsibility.
Yeah, I'm fine. If you've punched Chad at any time in your life, call into the show. We want to talk to you.
And the board is lighting up.
All right. So now this is where Chad thinks up a lie after he gets back home. So you just heard the story. The guy pushes Chad. Chad spits at him, which is a weird thing to do if someone pushes you. Mm-hmm. So then the guy punches Chad. Chad goes down into a pile of oil and dirt, and there's a can there that has oil in it, and he chucks it at the guy, misses him by a mile, and then the guy comes back at him, and then he goes running. Goes back home, and he thinks up a lie, and he thinks it up quick.
I have more oil on me than what was in that video, and I wash my hands, and my eye's killing me, so I get some ice, and I'm
turn that
icing
into
my
a
eye.
joke.
I'm laying in bed. And I ice for about 20 minutes. I go look in the mirror, and my eye went from it went to blown up. It just blew up after the ice. I was like, holy shit, this is fucking weird. I still had some oil on me, and I still had. I was like, and then when I was laying, when I was laying down checking the when I was icing, I checked the DM, and I saw the DM again about where I iced out your house, and I said, oh, that's when I came up with the idea. I go, I'll tie this in my punch, and then I got jumped by Cumia. People saying don't fuck with Cumia. It's part of my brand. It's called Cumia's Cucks.
So,
did we ever find out what happened to the food?
No.
Yeah, he never picked it up. He claims that he just ran off. He paid for it, he says, which we could, check his credit card statement and see if he bought food at the patio on Tuesday.
You mean you can check Brandon's credit card statement and find out if
someone's credit card. Now, he claims it was his own credit card that he used to buy it. And you'll notice in that story, that version of it, the first time when he was talking to Patrick Melton, he said he fell asleep. And when he woke up, his eye had swollen up.
I noticed that.
And this time, he was just laying there icing it and then noticed it had swollen up.
For exactly 20 minutes.
For 20 minutes. Yeah. Right. So the first time he went home and went to sleep, which is not that believable anyway, after getting hit, you're not just like,
another day, another assault.
I think I'll take a nap right now.
Is he wearing the sunglasses to try to hide the black eye? Is that what's good? Like he's got this look of like a battered housewife, like trying to hide the markings from her.
I fell.
It's bizarre. Like it feels like he's trying to get sympathy out of it. Wow. And then he pulled up to reveal it. So just show it.
Yeah, that's a good point. The sunglasses is definitely part of this whole look that he has. Oh, woe is me.
Right.
Look at how bad I have it. All right, so let's get into more lying here.
I talk about on NMLC what happened. I told that side of the story. But just remember, I did get punched. That's a fact. He did say I sucked on Cumia.
I doubt it.
That's a fact.
I doubt it.
That's so I exaggerated the story.
You're a liar. You're a liar. You know something that you're not telling us, you slimy scumbag liar.
When Chad says that's a fact, that's when I know for sure that he's lying.
Yeah.
I did get punched. That's a fact, guys. That one's true. I doubt it. I doubt any of this is true.
And I know I said earlier, I think one of his friends or he had someone punch him in the face. But the way that he keeps saying, guys, I got punched. I definitely got punched. Makes me think he's like even more retarded than that. And he just like snapped a rubber band over his eye. Or something. That's where the injury came
some
from.
domestic accident.
Yeah. Well, he says he's
There's
bad.
a bicycling injury theory going around too.
Yeah, that could very well be the case. Okay. But yeah, because that was an interesting theory. Because if the chain fell off his bike, you ever have a chain fall off your bike? Jesus, it's so greasy and gross. You have to try to get it back on. Your hands are gonna be covered. You touch your face, now you got grease on your face. So that's definitely a possibility. I really like the idea of the catalytic converter because he's saying he can't even hang a mirror. Okay, so you're inept. Maybe you were trying to steal a catalytic converter and fell on your face. Maybe that's what happened. I don't know. Sounds really possible too. The only thing I know for sure is that he didn't get punched because he keeps saying I did get punched. Yeah. So I know that's a lie. That's the only one. So now, as he's telling this hilarious bit that he put together, you're probably wondering, like, well, what was the end game? What were you going to do with this hilarious bit that you were lying about?
I said to myself, let's see how long we can go with this for. Because it's hilarious to me. It's funny. And then everyone's just in an uproar about it. And that's when Rover decides to jump in from out of nowhere because I'm paying no attention to what he does.
Sounds like it.
Yeah.
And then my end game when I was doing it, I was like, let's just see how long it can go on for. And you're right, Shuli. I had no intentions on saying anything. Shuli, you fence sitter, kind of like Gavin McInnes said he got raided by the FBI until he got busted by Owen Benjamin. Are you friends with him?
Is Shuli friends with Gavin? I'm not sure if he is.
I don't think so. No.
Yeah, I'm not really affiliated in any single way. And also, Gavin McInnes did that as a bit to end, like, before he went on vacation. And he didn't say he got busted by the FBI. He just played it out like they had come to his house. Whatever. I don't have to explain Gavin McInnes' bit. What was that noise? What just happened?
The end game was that there was no end game. He was just going to see what happens with it.
He wanted to see how long he can keep the lie going because it's funny. It's so hilarious how long he can lie about something. It's so funny. What a great bit.
In that same sentence, he also says that he never once wanted to talk about it.
Right. Yes, he just wanted to get away with a lie because it's a funny bit.
All you got to say is, oh, I got punched in the face, and that could have been the end of it. He's the only one that's making this worse for himself.
You think? He's a dumb guy. I think that's how we started this segment. Chad's a real dumb guy. Chad's a fucking idiot. How do we not have that on the board?
Well, we got the Pinkman one, but every other week.
Fair enough. So now this is before Misery Loves Company, which starts at 4:00. And Chad's not sure if he's going to be on Misery Loves Company or not, but he doesn't care.
I will talk more at 4 p.m. if I'm even invited on the show. Who knows? I don't even know. I don't care.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll see if he cares. That's another lie. Because we're going to find out that he doesn't get invited, that he does care. He's pretty upset about it.
I could never trust someone that sold their upper lip for drugs. You know? Just something about that.
Good point. All right, here's more about his lies.
I never filed a police report.
Mm-hmm.
Go on.
I didn't realize Patrick Melton knew people in the Tampa Police Department. Fucking douche.
Yeah. Yeah. You got caught lying. End of story. It wasn't a bit. This isn't a work. I know you think you're a heel, and now you're pretending like, I was doing this to be a heel. You weren't.
Yeah, but I didn't know people would find out.
Yeah, that's the only problem with this plan, Chad, is that when you lie about a whole bunch of weird shit.
Especially, he rushed to the internet to get our attention. With
Yes.
it, so
yeah, he didn't think it through.
We're listening.
Didn't think it all the way through, did he? So this is funny because Chad catches himself because he's trying to say he's not lying, he's exaggerating. Remember that was the first clip I played from this thing? So he forgot that that's his narrative already.
I could have continued lying. I could have kept lying about it. Or exaggerating.
Whoa.
Because I did get punched.
Whoops.
Yep. Whoopsie.
I could have kept that up, but I didn't want to. I was like, I'll come clean. That's fine.
So come clean.
I really did. How long can I keep it going? It's funny to me. This is funny.
No, it's not.
Because it's entertainment. I'm on the meanest show on the internet. Misery Loves Company. It's all drama.
Yeah, they're all mean to you.
Well, that's true. Yeah, good point. To you, it's a mean show. To Kevin Brennan, it's fun. He's having a blast. So Chad goes, "Oh, are you kidding me? I would have kept lying. You are. You are still lying. Obviously, you're still lying."
He's talking.
All right. So this is the end of this broadcast where he explains that he got the W on this one. I don't know how he comes to this conclusion.
But I got the W. Again. Chad wins. Mudshark forever.
Okay. Chad wins somehow. I'm not sure how that works out because I think he's the laughing stock of the internet right now, and a lot of people don't want to be associated with him anymore.
He's taking the Charlie Sheen approach with this downward spiral of his. And,
You're right.
We all saw how that went down. So.
You're right. He's leaning into it. And it's funny because Charlie Sheen has come back and said, I made every bad decision back then. Like Charlie Sheen has seen the error in his ways.
I would not be surprised if at some point in this we hear Chad Zumock say the words tiger blood at some point.
Yeah, I know. He's definitely taken a page from that playbook that did not work out very well for Mr. Sheen. He lost a lot of money in that. And he got AIDS and had sex with people, which is pretty shitty. Mm-hmm. All right, so... What's that?
I said a real winner.
Yeah, good stuff. I'm sure that Charlie Sheen was like, it's a bit. It's a funny bit. I get AIDS and I have sex with people and unprotected sex. It's my bit that I did.
The best acting I've ever done.
Who are these podcasts?